Rexford Industrial is the nation's largest pure play US focused industrial REIT. We are solely focused on infill Southern California, which is the fourth largest industrial market in the world, and that's behind the US, China, and Japan. Our strategy is centered around value creation that generates above market returns and superior cash flow growth. And we do that through a number of different ways. First is our extensive internal and external growth, and that's driven by our proprietary sourcing advantage, our unparalleled market depth and expertise, as well as our value add redevelopment and repositioning. Second is our focus on infill Southern California, which is the highest demand and lowest industrial supply market in the nation. Third is the irreplaceable portfolio in which we own. It's a high quality portfolio. It's occupied by an exceptionally stable and diverse tenant base. Fourth is our investment grade, low leverage balance sheet, and that really provides us with tremendous flexibility and access to attractive capital sources to fund accretive growth opportunities. And lastly, very importantly, is our focus on positive environmental, social, and governance impacts, and that drives exceptional resilience and long-term value creation. So we were founded in 2001 with the same focus that we have today, and that focus is centered around value creation and industrial real estate. Howard Schwimmer and Michael Franco, our co-CEOs, have been partners in Rexford since we were founded. In 2013, we saw the great opportunity to further expand our strategy in infill Southern California. And so we became a REIT and went public, providing us with additional access to capital. We choose to exclusively focus here in infill Southern California. And infill Southern California, this is the largest zone of regional consumption in the United States. We have a population of over 24 million people, over 600,000 businesses. On a global scale, Southern California would be the 11th largest country in the world. Also, in regards to our ports, approximately 30 to 40% of all US port volume flows through the ports of LA and Long Beach. Interestingly, roughly half of all of those goods that come into the ports, they actually stay right here in Southern California. And really, that's where our tenant focus is. Our tenants are focused on the regional consumption base of Southern California. So when you look at infill Southern California and industrial, we are the nation's lowest vacancy, and which allows us to deliver superior fundamentals and growth. On the demand side, demand is diverse and it's growing for Rexford's infill mission critical tenant locations. And that's growing from sectors like e-commerce, warehousing, that's providing first and last mile access, minimizing delivery and distribution time, as well as transportation costs. We also see growing demand in aerospace, electric vehicles, multi-channel retail, medical, food delivery, manufacturing, among many others. And on the supply side, Southern California has a long-term scarcity of supply. We're the highest barrier market in the country. We have little to no land in which to develop. And there's also industrial supply that's being removed from the conversion of other uses from industrial to other uses, including housing. In fact, one more thing in terms of supply, California has a mandate to add over 20% to the housing base here. And that will take decades for us to accomplish. And that's going to do three things. It's going to further reduce industrial supply in this market. It's going to increase demand from the housing trades for our warehouses. And then lastly, it's going to increase the consumption base in infill Southern California. So there's obviously many macroeconomic, global, political risk, but those actually don't keep us up at night. We're very fortunate to have a business strategy, a business model that's proven through cycles. And so the most important determinant of Rexford's future success is our team. Number one, it's their entrepreneurial culture, it's the collaboration, and it's really their dedicated efforts that will enable the success of Rexford as we move forward. And so what keeps us up at night is ensuring that we've got the team in place to execute on our business model, that we're providing them with the right learning, growth, development opportunities, and that we continue to drive that culture of innovation and collaboration, and a team that really pushes each other to elevate and succeed. David, we call that the Rexford Alpha. And what that is our value creation strategy that enables us to drive sector leading performance. In fact, over the last 5 years, we've outperformed the peer group by approximately 50% annually on an earnings per share or FFO per share basis. And that Rexford Alpha is driven by a few components. It's the embedded growth in the portfolio that we drive through value creation. That happens through repositioning and redevelopments. That's our real-time market intelligence, as we are the most active leasing team in the market. And we are the most preeminent landlord brand, and that drives our high asset quality, the functionality, as well as the highest level of customer service. And we pair that with our external growth. Our market share today is only 2.5% in infill Southern California, and that provides us with a significant growth opportunity in this 1.8 billion square foot market. We are not reliant upon marketed transactions to grow. Since IPO, we have executed over 85% of transactions through light or off-market opportunities. And that comes through our dedicated research team, where we identify catalysts that will lead to transactions, and we couple that with our extensive broker relationships. So these powerful value creation strategies position Rexford to continue to outcompete and outperform today and into the future.